The Witch, a 2015 period supernatural horror film written and directed by Robert Eggers. It is the year 1630 in New England. In a Puritan colony, an English man is accused of committing the sin of prideful conceit. This man, named William, and his family are banished from the community. He accepts the banishment, so his family prepares to leave the colony. Now they are leaving the place, and love for God must be the way forward. They do not know how long it will take to start a new life apart from the colony. They arrive at a new place, praying to God. But the land is very close to a forest inhabited by witches. Soon they will be victims of those witches, and of the devil. Their prayers to God will not be enough protection. Now the eldest daughter, Thomasin, is confessing her sins to God. She has committed many sins, but she begs for mercy and forgiveness. Thomasin takes the newborn baby and walks with him near the edge of the forest. She plays peekaboo, covering her eyes with her hands and then uncovering them. But in one of those moments, when she opens her eyes, the baby is no longer there. He has disappeared. Thomasin does not know what has happened. The baby has been stolen by a witch. In the witch's hut we see her with the baby. She kills the child to create a flying ointment, a hallucinogenic salve. She spreads the ointment all over her body and enters a trance. Morning comes. The baby's mother is crying constantly for her loss. Caleb, the eldest son, observes Thomasin sleeping. He looks at her breasts. He wakes her to tell her everything will be fine. She continues sleeping. Caleb goes to his father. The father tells him that the mother has been crying since the baby disappeared. He says there is no point in continuing to search. He wants to go with Caleb into the forest to check the animal traps he has set. They enter the forest. Back at home, Thomasin hears her mother praying to God, asking him to bring the baby back. The father and Caleb walk through the forest. They arrive at one of the traps. Caleb asks his father about the baby, whether he will go to heaven or hell since he was not baptized. Caleb says he is worried about going to hell if he dies because he cannot confess his sins while living so isolated. He also asks his father about the hunting supplies, what he gave in exchange for them. The father says he traded his wife's silver cup. Still in the forest, their dog begins barking at a hare. The father points his rifle, but when he fires, the bullet does not come out. He nearly wounds himself. The hare escapes. Outside the house, the twin children, Mercy and Jonas, are playing with their billy goat. It is a big, strong black goat named Black Phillip. He now seems angry and aggressive. The father arrives and controls Black Phillip, taking him into the goat's stable. The mother is angry with Thomasin for not taking proper care of the twins. Caleb lies to his mother, saying he and his father went to look for apples. It is better that she does not know they were in the forest. Thomasin is washing her father's clothes when Caleb approaches. Again he looks at her breasts unnoticed. Thomasin asks what he is thinking, what is going on with him. Caleb remains silent. She hugs him, arms around him, and tells him she hasn't seen an apple since they left the colony. It's a pity they didn't find any. They hear something. It is Mercy, the female twin, saying she is the witch of the forest. She says their mother hates Thomasin for what happened to the baby. She says Black Phillip allows her to do whatever she wants. She says a witch took the baby. Thomasin, angry, says she is that witch. She tries to scare Mercy, making the little girl believe it. Now it is night. They go to dinner. The mother asks Thomasin about the missing silver cup. Thomasin replies that she knows nothing about it. The father says Thomasin has not taken the cup anywhere. The goats are making noise. Thomasin goes to see what is happening in the stable. It is night. It is dark outside the house. She walks toward the stable, scared. She sees a hare in the stable next to the goats. Now the father and mother are in bed talking. She believes God has damned their family. She regrets leaving the colony. The mother speaks of sending Thomasin to serve another family, to take her away. She also wants to return to the colony. The father says that the next day, he will take Thomasin to the village to ask if any families want her to serve them. The children, upstairs, are listening to everything their parents say. It is still night. Caleb wants to go to the forest to get food. Thomasin insists on going with him and threatens to wake their parents if he refuses. Now in the forest, Thomasin rides the horse. Caleb walks beside her carrying the rifle. The dog barks, a hare appears. The horse gets scared and throws Thomasin to the ground. She loses consciousness. Caleb runs after the dog, which is chasing the hare. Back home, the family begins searching for them. Caleb is lost in the woods. He hears the dog being wounded. He runs toward the sound and finds the dog, dead and disemboweled. Thomasin regains consciousness. She runs toward the voices of her family. She finds her father. Caleb, still lost, finds a hut. A witch lives there. An evil force lures him toward it. The witch now appears as a young, seductive woman. She kisses Caleb, then she wraps her real arm, an old, withered arm, around his head. Back home, the mother and father discuss whether he should go to the forest to find Caleb. He decides to go to the village. The mother asks Thomasin why they went to the forest. Thomasin says she cannot tell, it's a secret. The father confesses to the mother that he took the silver cup. He admits that he and Caleb went to the forest the day before. The mother is angry, he lied to her. He wants to go to the forest to search for Caleb. Thomasin offers to put the goats in the stable. The mother is no longer angry with her now that she knows the truth. Thomasin is in the stable when she hears a noise. Caleb is outside, naked, sick. Now Caleb is inside, lying in bed. The mother and Thomasin care for him, the mother prays. The next morning, Mercy and Jonas are with Thomasin in the goat stable. They play with Black Phillip. They say Black Phillip told them Thomasin is to blame for what happened to Caleb. They say she is a witch. Thomasin milks a nanny goat. Instead of milk, blood flows. Inside, the parents are with Caleb. The mother says witchcraft is at work. The father disagrees. He says that the next day they will go to town. They will find a family for Thomasin to serve. They will take Caleb to a doctor. The mother worries about leaving Thomasin and the twins alone. She says she wants to return to England. Her faith has faded since the baby went missing. The father leaves the house, saying they will depart at dawn. Now they are outside when a scream is heard from inside. They rush in. Caleb is screaming as if in a trance. They grab him. Suddenly, Caleb vomits a whole apple with a single bite taken out. The mother says he is bewitched. The twins accuse Thomasin of being the witch. The father yells and silences them. He makes Thomasin kneel. He asks if her faith is true. They all pray, except the twins who cannot remember the prayer. Caleb says the witch is calling him. He prays, he calms, he speaks to Jesus, then he dies. The mother mourns. She tells Thomasin to stay away from Caleb. Thomasin leaves. Outside, the father hugs Thomasin. He speaks to her about the farm and his plans, then he tells her she will face a trial for witchcraft. They all believe she is a witch. He says she must have made a pact with the devil. He wants her to tell the truth. She says her parents wanted to get rid of her, sending her to serve another family. She speaks of the silver cup. She speaks of the forest. Now the father believes even more that she is a witch. Thomasin says Black Phillip is Satan. She says the twins speak to him. They are to blame. The father picks up Thomasin. He puts her inside the house. He tells her to confess to her mother. Thomasin says the twins have made a pact with Black Phillip, who is Satan. Now the father wants to wake up the twins. They finally react. He locks them up together with Thomasin, everyone inside the goat stable. They will not be able to leave until dawn when they all go to the village. Inside, Thomasin asks the twins if they practice witchcraft. If they speak to Black Phillip, they say no. They ask Thomasin if she is a witch. She says she is not. Now the father and mother are burying Caleb. Later it is night. The father feels guilty for having left the colony. He believes he was stubborn. His pride is to blame for everything that has happened. He asks God to save his children. At dawn the mother wakes up. She has a hallucination. She sees Caleb holding the baby in his arms. She feels relieved. Caleb tells her they will visit her often. He says he has a book, asks if she wants to see it. But she says the baby is hungry. She breastfeeds him. Now in the stable, Thomasin and the twins see a witch milking the nanny goat. The witch suddenly turns toward them, laughing madly. Inside the house the mother sits in a chair. A raven pecks at her breast. The baby has become a raven. The father gets up from the bed where his wife lies awake but silent. He steps outside. Suddenly Black Phillip attacks him, kills him. The goat stable is open. The twins are missing. Thomasin approaches her father's body. Suddenly the mother grabs her, drags her by the hair. She accuses her of witchcraft. Thomasin's hands are stained with blood. She says she is not to blame. But the mother believes the devil has taken her daughter. She accuses Thomasin of seducing Caleb and her husband. She beats her while she lies on the ground. Suddenly, Thomasin grabs a billhook lying nearby. She wounds the mother. The mother tries to strangle her. Thomasin kills her with the billhook in self-defense. Thomasin rises from the ground. She enters the house. She sleeps. At night she wakes. She goes outside. She walks to the goat stable. There she finds Black Phillip. She is stained with blood. She speaks to him. She asks him to talk to her. Suddenly the black billy goat speaks with a human voice. He asks her what she wants. She asks what he offers. He asks, "Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?" She says yes. He tells her to undress, to sign the book now placed before her. She walks naked into the forest. Black Phillip follows. As she goes deeper she begins to hear whispers, voices screaming. A group of witches gathers around a bonfire. They are all naked like her. She joins them. Suddenly the witches levitate. They have used the fat of the twins to make an ointment. Now Thomasin levitates too, laughing.